All right, well, we're going to try to summarize the first part of our vacation. And
yeah, it's kind of a transition. We're moving from one location to another.
Yeah, we're currently in Seoul, and it's been a great place to stay. I really loved it. Not just the place. I mean, it's really beautiful. It's traditional, you know, Hanok. Here we go. Our little courtyard. And my little room. And this is our little courtyard. And there's Mom. Say hi.
You could not have found a better area for us to start this trip in, Mom.
Area.
It was amazing.
We could walk to the palace. There were
Better facility
Yeah.
to stay in.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you all came.
So close to the food and the shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were right in close to City Hall, so there were street protests that we saw both sides of.
윤석열 프레지던트.
Yusong-gun? To get him out. Ah, very good.
We need to take your president and our president and shake them up together and pitch them out.
We got to walk through and meet some people.
Yeah, that professor was real interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to email him. I really am. I would love to know more about Korean daily life.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I almost asked the woman at the spa because she was so nice, but I didn't. I kept going, I just don't think that's appropriate. And there's such a polite culture, she'd probably say yes, even though it made her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed the museum, the culture, the whole thing. The way it was set up, it was modern. It had outdoor and indoor, and
Yeah, and you all almost left me.
You just didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
You're still there.
That's
It's just
true.
right around the corner.
I left for a moment and poof, they were gone. So, like you're supposed to do when you're lost, you stay in one spot and wait for them to find you.
and we didn't find you. did we?
Well, no, but we kind of wander back and forth.
Well,
kind
they
of a big
didn't find me
place.
here.
Yeah. So we forgot to do the flight. Anything? I mean, it was a long flight.
It was a long flight.
But it
No
wasn't as
sleep.
bad as I thought.
Yeah. After doing, Kansas City to
No.
San Francisco the day before, that was pretty rough. And I thought, oh
It
my
just
gosh.
seemed so
13
long.
hours is
And
gonna
then
be-
I kept thinking 13 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
The
But
flight
it was fine. We got to the airport and did fine, and then we kept doing fine, and it was just this long trying to figure out.
The Wow Pass.
Yeah.
The Wow Pass.
We had been sold on this Wow Pass, so wow, W-O-W. And you can just get a Wow Pass and go any place and get anything. Well, so how do you put money on a Wow Pass? Well,
How do you
so
buy it if all you have is U.S. money?
Yeah. Yeah, we were led to believe we could just put American money into the machine, which normally I guess you can, but where we were, they didn't allow that. So we went to one part of the airport, which is huge. Incheon Airport in Seoul is
And different floors.
probably
too.
one of the biggest airports in the world. And then we went, of course, we waited in line for 45 minutes for customs and did all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then we went to the other side of there, and then another part of it, where maybe
Then we went back upstairs.
And we went like 5 a.m. in Kansas City.
What's 2:30, so 4:30.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost 3. Yeah. Well, almost 5.
But we're here. We made it.
it's 3 in the morning.
3 in the morning in Kansas City, and it's still daylight. We left in the daylight, and we're still here in the daylight.
By the time we did all of that,
Yeah.
we were ready to find a bed.
Yes. It was a little bit late, and we had been up for what, 24 hours almost, and so we were pretty tuckered.
All
I
night,
thought
too.
that was brilliant because by the time we got to bed, we were ready for bed.
Yeah.
And I think that really, for me, reset my clock.
A little better, and
Yes.
and we didn't
Better.
get in early enough to like, oh, we could just go to bed. You know what I mean? You had to be moving. You had to get to the
Well, and the other
before we could sleep.
Good thing we were stuck at the airport for like 3 hours.
And how about that nice guy who was like, I know where this is. Just follow me.
yeah.
He followed a random stranger.
Yeah, once he could see the
Yes.
Turned
instructions.
out to be our neighbor, and he couldn't tell because it was
In
Americanized
English.
English words of
Yeah.
Korean language, and so it threw him.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Well, and the one disappointment I had is I had asked her more than once to give us information, and the closest she came to giving me information was giving me the number of the bus to get on, and then she says, and it's not very far to our hammock. And I thought, okay, but when we get off the bus, so I looked it up in Google, and then when we got off the bus, it was not where Google had said we would be getting off the
That's
bus.
true. We did get a walking tour of the neighborhood before we found the hammock.
Yes.
And then we did find eventually that it was what you said it
I mean,
was.
it was
Yeah.
just so close to the bus stop, but we walked all the way around the neighborhood at 10 o'clock at night trying to find this.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got to bed, and it's been interesting doing the jet lag thing, but I think I'm starting to settle in. Oh, we got to talk about food because we've been eating
Oh,
really
wonderful
good food.
I don't know. This
And,
this is from Paris pastry.
Baguette.
Paris
That's what it's
baguette.
called.
Yeah,
It's just
right
around the
the
corner.
Yeah.
yeah, not too far away. Well, the one that stands out was the second Korean meal. The first Korean meal was good. It was we thought,
Yeah.
oh, this is great, wonderful. But it was at breakfast time,
Right.
and it was like an evening meal
Uh-huh.
For an American.
for an American, right? And but the next day when we had that in that little bitty cafe on the strip, on the market strip.
Oh,
here,
the Korean
close to-
barbecue where she grilled for
Yeah.
us?
Oh yeah, we were crammed into that booth.
Yeah.
That food was so good. They had
Oh.
they had so much food we couldn't even fit it on the table. I
Well,
mean, it was
we were kind of uncertain about our ordering. And so we just kept ordering.
yeah, we were hungry. We were like, yeah, and this and this and this.
Thank goodness they had pictures.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it was so good.
And then we found the pastry place another morning.
Yeah,
Which
we
is-
did a breakfast, pastry breakfast.
Hits my heart.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
And then what else? Oh, and then the next day we had fried chicken. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, we went to that one when we were walking to the spa. You guys
yeah,
had
the lunchbox.
Yeah, the lunchbox.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
You guys had the chicken. I had the
You
clams.
had the bibimbap.
that's right.
Bibimbap,
clam.
yeah. That
That
was
was good.
that was
That was
really
good.
good. And it was like what, $6
$6
a piece.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I mean, this really good food, vegetables, fresh food, well prepared.
And Adrian's
meat.
was cheaper.
Yeah,
His was like maybe $5
Yeah.
or $4.
it's just amazing. Yeah,
And then
We had the Korean fried chicken.
Korean fried chicken. I was too tired that night. I didn't enjoy the
Oh,
fried chicken.
yeah. I
And
and it was a little spicy.
It
for
was
you.
a little spicy,
Yeah.
but I just was so tired I didn't even want
Even the
to.
not spicy was spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's been a
That's-
surprise for me. I really expected,
some more.
given my experience of kimchi in the States, man, you know, what I buy and like is up there. It's just
See,
really
I feel
hot.
like our kimchi is not
Depends
hot.
on where we buy.
If you buy it hot on purpose, but otherwise it's
Yeah.
very akin to what we're eating.
Well, and then in the museum, we found out that different regions have hotter food. Like,
Yeah.
this region is fairly mild.
Fairly mild. So you see things on the menu that says hot pork stir fry, and I think I don't know, but I order it anyway, and it's like, what's hot about it? And so that's been a surprise to me. It's
Well, what I've noticed is it has heat on the back end. Towards like you eat it and then it's like it gets warm.
Starts to build. Yeah. Huh. But that everything I put in my mouth that day, we had. Of course, I was hungry. We had those pancakes. They call them pancakes with vegetables in them, and we had.
and that pork stir fry came with this big boiling bowl of soup. I mean, it was like this. And I thought, well, who ordered that? Well, moi. And Joyce caught it. I didn't. She says, no, it's a side for this little dish of pork. That's a side? I mean, that could have fed. Oh, well.
But we almost ate it all.
We did.
Except I think we all left was the cream pancakes.
Yep.
Just a little bit of it. What's for dessert?
All right. So, in case you haven't caught it, food is big.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a big part
And
of
it's
our
been
vacation.
a big part of this.
It's almost like we finish one meal, it's like, okay, we're going to do something else. But when are we going to eat? And where are we going to eat?
Yeah.
So research begins.
Yeah, it's been great.
It's been good. And
I've enjoyed.
the
Okay,
soup
go ahead.
last night was wonderful. The flavor of that chicken soup
Chicken soup.
was really, really good.
Yeah.
And it had so many, it had rice and nuts and seeds and things inside the little chicken. I think
Silky black chickens.
the black chicken, yeah. But we decided they both tasted the same, Russ and I.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I actually enjoyed the meal that we bought on the tour to the DMZ.
Oh,
That's
yes.
It was billed as a traditional Korean meal, but it was a buffet, so you got to just take bits and pieces of everything, and there were a lot of bits and pieces, and a plate this big around,
Yeah, a big plate.
and everything I ate, I thought, man, this is so good.
Switch to the other side, Mommy. Yeah, really.
All right, let's turn around and get one picture here.
Well, we're kind of backlit here.
Isn't this beautiful?
It is.
Now, by that night,
And it was the
when we ate the chicken, it was like I'm challenged to use these chopsticks, and they're stainless steel, and they're kind of slippery little buggers, and I have a trimmer. So how do you eat a chicken all one
On the bone.
piece with chopsticks? And I was hammering away. I did it, but I think it affected my experience of the taste. It just kind of tasted like boiled chicken to me. So,
Oh, but it was that there was that flavor in the brothy, gravy, soupy part.
And it wasn't too salty, and it just was very good.
It was very good.
And then it had a big old ginseng root stuffed into that
Yeah.
inside of that chicken.
yeah.
And a
Interesting.
A chestnut
chestnut,
and maybe an acorn.
The date.
a what?
That was really
The
good.
date, remember?
Oh, the date in there. Yeah.
Yeah, they have one of each thing in each chicken. One little acorn, one little date, one little half of a chestnut.
On the way out, I noticed that there was an area where a family was eating,
Yes.
and they were all seated on cushions on the floor, and the table was only this high, and they were kind of lounging around type and feeding their little ones and so on. And I thought, okay, there's a tradition here we're not quite getting, but I'm kind of glad. I don't think Grandma and Grandpa would get up off those cushions very easily or get down on them.
I remember at the buffet on the DNC trip, there were these little tiny balls that were kind of chewy, and I looked up later; those were soybean.
That makes
Soybeans.
sense.
Yeah,
I had figured that out,
you did.
but boy, they were good. Especially when you mixed them with a little rice and stuff.
Yeah. Otherwise,
And
they
it
were
just
too
kind of
salty.
salted everything and made it kind of chewy and very good.
Okay, that's the food.
All right,
That's
what's
good.
Now,
next?
nobody's described the sauna. I don't think you have any
Oh, yeah.
pictures down there.
No, because you
No.
go.
Okay.
Hey, I'm glad they don't have any pictures down there.
Adrian, why don't you? It was your idea.
Oh, the
Just a
fun
little
was
bit
good. The scrub was pretty.
Oh yeah,
Was intense.
yeah.
Oh, that's kind of a tender spot.
Got all the extra skin off.
Yeah.
Okay, well, to begin with, they had us go take a shower and take all of our clothes off. On the men were in one section, and Corinne and I were in the other section, and we got into the hot pool. Did you get into the hot pool
Went
after
to the
your
hot
They had
shower?
more time. They got into a hot pool, a cold pool,
Back into the
hotter
hot pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the scrub, which was on a plastic table, and that woman slapped my leg at one point. I was like, "What?" Because I wasn't expecting that. So,
oh.
and
Well,
then- and
now
then
you
they-
say the guys. I went straight to the massage and got a 80 minute full body massage. Well, earlier in my life, somebody gave me a rub down, and I was in Scouts, and we were doing rub downs. And at the end, he just laid my head down over the end of the table, just like that. And it just felt so comfortable and so good. I almost got to that point with this massage. You are so loose and.
Russ heard Adrian snore.
I tend to snore sometimes.
Especially with like 4 hours of sleep or 3
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
Well, we've been in couples massages before where he starts snoring, and I'll start to giggle, and you'll hear the massage therapist giggle too, because the three of us are wide awake, and
Right.
he's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best.
And one thing we haven't mentioned, and it's the first thing we did on the first day, was the palace. We went to the palace, and to me, the best thing was to learn about some of the customs and cultural things about that era, like back in the 1400s and all. But as far as a place, it had the curvy, iconic roofs that left me wondering why would they do that? And so when I asked the question, she says, well, you know, the evil spirits can just zip right off. I thought, okay, we're dealing with a different era of our
Well,
world.
and I kept wondering, they kept talking about how tired the king was, and
Right.
I kept thinking, what in the world does that king do? And then at the end, we were finding out, I think you picked up on the fact that it was, that he was basically a judge
He
who
was
would make
that was the court. You brought your cases to the court, and he adjudicated.
I think they said from like 5 in the morning.
4 in the morning.
Well, he got up at
Got
4,
up at 4.
but I think they said they started hearing cases at 5. Maybe not. But then he, for probably 12 hours or more, that was all he did, was all day listen to court cases.
They said he didn't get any exercise, but they did mention a concubine.
To pick from.
Yeah.
Oh, and his wife could not leave the house?
Yeah.
Her
Right.
palace.
Her palace.
Not the palace, her palace.
Her palace, and it had a little outside courtyard. I
Yeah.
guess she could get outside, but she was modeling the role and place of the female in that culture, and that was
You're in the
woman,
Mm-hmm.
tend the
Minding the
home
house.
fires and keep them burning brightly.
Managing the lawyer class.
The lawyer class.
That's what she said, is she would manage, part of her duties as the queen were to manage the lives of the lawyer class. I don't know what that means exactly,
Huh.
but
Wow.
perhaps where they lived or what they ate or...
Museum.
We didn't finish the massage.
Unless
The
you want to tell a
scrub,
story.
and then the massage, except for Dick, and Dick
Oh, but
opted out of the scrub. And then he
the-
went into this room where men and women were wearing these, they gave us the pajamas, they called them, tops and bottoms, and you would crawl into these little igloo things that were saunas.
saunas.
Yeah.
It was a sauna.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
And I got to do the sauna before and after my massage.
And the one Corinne and I went in, because there was a hot one that she did not think we should go into. The lady didn't, and I agree.
Yeah.
The one we went into was hot enough.
The lady didn't give me the option. She says, well, you don't want in that one. Here, you go to this.
Yeah. So, but it was just a whole big igloo full of crystals.
Salt is what she said, I believe.
Salt?
Salt rocks.
Salt rocks. Okay.
Anyway, it was so funny. They
With
were,
a thick quilt on top.
yeah. They were, I mean, it's like laying down on a pile of gravel, you
Yeah.
know, with a little quilt on it. And they were comfortable. I just, you know, you just kind of
Well, they had these
melt into it.
wooden things that had a notch in the front
Yeah.
that you put your neck on.
Prop your head up on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, it was very
had-
interesting and much fun.
Roasted eggs, which I
Oh,
had never
yeah.
had before.
Yeah. They were very interesting.
Now what?
The roasted eggs.
Did you try one,
I
Adrian?
did not try
Oh,
one.
yeah.
He said he's had one before.
No.
Yeah, you
They weren't
encouraged me to
hard boiled, they were
to-
roasted.
roast it.
And the shells were so thick.
Yeah. When she described it, you could crack them on your head. It's like, no, they're too heavy.
See?
Any surprises that you guys can think of?
Oh, riding that subway. That was cool. After
After we figured out.
it was a big puzzle.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you look at the map and there's all these symbols on it. You have no idea
You know
what
what they mean.
they mean. Of course, you can translate it with your phone, but that takes a process. And then, you know,
And the translation you get is barbecues. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
yeah, the translation is the more literal translation of all these stops. Well, they're Korean words, so
Yeah.
there's no translation a lot of times. And then when there is, it's like, yeah, barbecue. Like, okay.
I think one of them said liquor bottle.
Yeah,
Oh,
liquor
yeah,
bottle.
yeah, right.
So anyway, we finally figured out how to ride the subway, and that
You
was
two
so
did.
fun.
We
Yeah,
gave
Adrian
up
and I.
basically because
Adrian had some really good ideas, like solving the puzzle,
Yeah.
and there were like 3 or 4 things that we had to solve to be able to ride the subway, and it was great.
And I have never had that experience in a subway before. When we, of course, we were in London.
Because we can't read anything.
You can always read the stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. We could read the signs.
Yeah, we could read the
Oh,
subway.
if we're going to there, we need to be on this side of the track.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys.
Hey,
On to Busan. We are in
Busan.
Busan.
We got here on a train.
Seoul Station. Where it all happens.
And they kind of split us up.
Yeah.
Uh,
They put me in first
class.
in the handicapped area, and you
well,
were in
you
the next
were
car.
riding in a wheelchair.
But in order to get to the train, I was there, and and they had a lift that put the wheelchair on it.
Anyway, it segregated Grandma. She didn't get to sit with us, or we didn't get to sit with her, one or the other.
Well, Corinne came up for a little while. 3-hour trip.
Yeah.
We
So
got here.
Yeah, what was unique about Busan?
Well, I think it's hilarious what we did. We just went the wrong. Somebody wanted to walk to the Airbnb apartment, and so
It wasn't far, that's true.
It was supposed to be a 15-minute walk.
Yeah.
And you were still in the wheelchair, so
We could just wheel her right in.
Yeah.
cruising
And
right
so
along.
bumpity,
Yeah.
but we were going the wrong direction.
Yeah, the
And I
app.
made some kind of comment that proved ironic that, well, boy, this is real trust in your technology. Because here we two run down the street not knowing where we were going, which direction it was or whatever. And
Well,
turned out
we
to
were
be
going, I mean, according to the, the maps, we were going the right way.
right on it. And it led us under streets and finally onto a gravel path, and we thought,
Next to a busy highway.
Next
Yeah.
to a, 6-lane highway?
yeah.
8-lane highway?
Yeah.
We are done. We're out of here. And so we retraced
Walked
our
back.
steps. And in a way, this is where we transitioned in our transportation.
Yeah.
We Joyce got out of the wheelchair, put on her Hoka shoe, and started walking all about.
But that wasn't the day that we arrived, but the next day.
Yeah.
The next day. And we also decided, you know what, these Ubers are really not that expensive, and they are really quick and convenient. And so we just started taking an Uber.
Most rides were,
$4 or $5.
Yeah.
for each car, and we had to take two. So $8 a trip, not bad at all.
And the public transportation is like $1, a little over
Yeah.
$1.
And it's
per
great
person.
if you know where it is and where you need to go and what bus you need to take, which we
Yeah.
figured out. And Adrian did a great job of figuring that out a couple of times and got us on there.
So we did get to ride on the bus a couple
Couple
more than
times.
once. Yeah. We haven't ridden on their
Subway,
subway
yeah.
here, but we did ride on the bus. And so the first full day that what did we do that
We
night?
went to
We went
bed.
to a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
Chinese
the
place.
Chinese
That was good.
It was good. And
You got out
that's
there.
where it started really dawning on us, that complete meal for 5, and it was very good. Was like $80.
Yeah.
And
For 5 of us.
with,
Yeah.
with drinks, and
Yeah.
so we
alcohol.
were thinking this could work.
Yeah.
Okay, so they slept, and the next morning,
Got up to go to
We
the
went
fish
to the
market.
fish market.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa!
That's the TV, yeah.
That was an experience.
It was.
Walking through these stalls of live seafood.
All kinds of seafood.
It was kind of like going to an aquarium, except you could buy any of it.
And
And
eat
eat
it.
it.
Eat it, yeah.
What happened?
The scallops.
Hey, back in there, bud.
We got one medium octopus that was half grilled, half raw. One large prawn that was the size of a lobster, grilled. 8 scallops, grilled. 1 Korean crab, spicy and raw. 4 abalone, grilled. And then 8 clams that they gave us for free that were grilled.
And the
In
live
addition.
live octopus was squirmy.
Now.
Do it.
Oh, yeah.
It's on sesame oil.
And
It
Adrian,
was good.
Yeah?
It was good. I loved it.
how was fighting it off
It was
that plate?
crunchy.
Trying to get it off the plate.
Yeah, I had to.
It
It was suctioning to the plate, and I just kind of scrape it off. And
Then it suctioned to your esophagus.
I survived.
Yep, that was cool.
And then we went back
It was
up.
unique,
Huh?
a unique experience.
Mhm.
I really
That was-
enjoyed it.
Then we walked back up to the shops that are lining the streets with food and all kinds of stuff up there. And you can't go a block without seeing some kind of street food.
Street food. Yeah, in that Busan International Film Festival section of town, the market there. And then that evening, well, we kind of came back here, didn't we?
Yeah,
Did
we all went back here.
And then we
Took
just
naps.
Dad and Corinne and Adrian and I
Went
decided
to
to
the
go
night market.
back to the night market. Yeah, was that market
Yeah.
that night?
Yep.
And boy, that was interesting. Lots
was
of people,
great.
lots of lights, lots of food. Interesting.
우리 아시아 쪽 불편하겠지만 너무 소통해 부탁드리겠습니다.
That day.
Yeah.
The next day we
Okay.
went.
We went to
The gondola. I
No,
can't
first
remember.
we had the pork soup.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we went
Oh,
to
that was good.
that famous restaurant by the
Oh,
train station
right.
and had.
It was a
their
long
pork
line.
soup.
Lots of people wanted to go there.
Yeah, we estimated we were going to stand there for 45 minutes, and I think we only stood there
30
for
minutes.
40.
40.
And by then it was starting to get cold.
Mm-hmm.
The wind would whip around that corner. It was,
It was in the 40s, low 40s, probably.
And
But nobody left that line.
Nope.
nobody left the line, and they
It
were
was good.
putting it out.
Yeah.
So,
Small place, but packed, and everybody getting their food fast, and it was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And all the food's been good.
And then we got on a bus and went to. You rode the gondola over to Turtle Island.
Yeah, look at that right there. That is very clear water.
No, that's not an eel. Piece of seaweed. Pretty water.
there's 100 years alley or something.
Walk the suspension bridge to Turtle Island.
Yeah, that's true.
Busan Air Cruise.
Oh,
That was a gondola.
that's the English. Yeah.
And luckily mom and dad got to go because their guardians were there.
Yeah.
Onto the skywalk.
They would only let us go on certain trails if our guardians were there.
Because it was steep and it was lots and lots
Yeah.
of steps.
Stairs.
Really windy
It
too.
was called a Sando Yongseong Suspension Bridge.
Yeah.
And then Dongseom Island was the island we went on.
And you started out across that suspension bridge, and that wind was huffing and puffing. Boy, it was.
Yeah.
You pulled your cap down around your ears when you went over there.
But the sun was shining.
Well,
Okay, we went around, all around this little island, and then we
oh,
went
and
back
then we
up.
got to go to the play
Area.
Play area. How fun.
Yeah.
Russ made the comment that the
Oh,
play
yeah.
equipment
Was
for adults.
it was all exercise equipment.
Yeah. And then when you got done, you went over to this little side thing and turned on the air guns and cleaned your feet off. Everything in Korea is spotless.
Nice and neat. Everybody likes it. And I noticed a lady just yesterday was just brushing off the bottom of her pants very well. And I thought, well, that's why they have that air compressor, so people can really get it clean. We don't do that. Dirt down there.
Well, this morning there was some trash on the sidewalk out, but it was Monday morning after Sunday, and it hadn't quite gotten.
But I have seen people in midday or whenever sweeping the sidewalk around or the street or whatever, just
around
individuals.
Their businesses, they'll
And
be out there sweeping up.
And we saw some trash the other day when we were waiting for the Uber, and before I had a chance to go pick it up, because I was thinking, well, should I? That's their business, maybe that's for a reason it's down there, I don't know. A random walker by just came by and just picked it up and put it in the trash, and just keeping things neat. I mean, people just.
I saw somebody do that at a gas station as we drove by. They have gloves. Did you see that? They have gloves like they gave us for the seafood to pump gas, which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
And one had broken loose and was rolling around. Somebody walked by and just picked it up and
threw it away.
So I think that from the time that they're children, which is wonderful, they're just told it's all of our job to keep our country clean. And so everybody picks up trash.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, I love it.
And then we came back. I was tired, I think.
But then we went out back to eat.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Went to the pork rib place first. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pork ribs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And went back down to the fish market area.
The night market.
Night market.
You got to see the night market. And it was way more crowded. I feel like it's even more crowded tonight.
Yeah, it probably is Saturday night.
Yeah.
Mom joined us tonight.
Woohoo!
What do you think, Mom? What do you think?
We haven't even gotten to the night market yet.
Where's the food? We're getting there.
And more was open too.
And more was open.
More stores were open.
It was colder too.
Oh, it was cold that night.
Yeah.
But people just bundled up and they would eat whatever and
Yeah. So the next day we went to the Cherry Blossom Festival.
we took an Uber up to the inner city
Bus
bus
terminal.
and took a bus, and those buses left between Busan and Shanghai.
Jinhae. And I think it's Jinhae.
Anyway, about every 20 or 30 minutes, a bus would pull out.
Yeah.
leave
And that was the hottest bus I have ever been on
Ever
know.
been.
in my life. It was the sauna bus.
It was-
the sauna bus.
We ate breakfast at the bus station, and which also was good. I had an egg toast thing,
Yeah.
egg and cheese. That was good. And you guys had
Fried rice.
Kimchi, fried rice,
Yeah.
with cheese.
So we were bundled up ready for, low 40s
Yes.
in that festival, and everybody else was bundled up too because it was cold when we got on that bus. And I didn't see anyone but us take
No
off
one else
our
took
coats.
off anything.
I mean, I was down to my long underwear almost and sweating.
Yeah.
And the lady next to me was bundled up in her full coat and everything the whole trip, 40 minutes,
Oh,
in
God.
like 85, 90-degree bus. It was hilarious. Do these people not sweat?
It was the coldest bus station we had ever been in, and then we got on the hottest bus that we'd ever been in.
Yeah. And then
That didn't happen on the way home, though.
Yeah.
The bus was very comfortable on the way home.
And it took us a while to figure out what we were doing at the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Our image was that there'd be shuttle buses just coming by this location where they dropped us off.
We found
every
them.
so many minutes.
We found the free shuttle buses,
We did, yeah.
but they just weren't everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, we had to be at the certain spot, and then they would go quite a ways to these different places where famous for their cherry blossoms, and we got some pictures there, and that was fun. Yeah. A historical train station and a place where they had bridges over a little river
Like canal.
type
Yeah.
canal
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
And lots of people, lots of families, different ages.
we got to see a lot more kids that day. That was nice,
Yes.
playing around. So, we had
And
some things to eat
we
there.
came home.
Festival food.
yeah, we kept eating festival food.
Yeah. It was pretty good for festival food, I had to admit.
And
That
not
pork was
expensive like typical. I mean, it was
Yeah.
more expensive.
good. More than a regular restaurant,
but,
but less than American.
Oh, way more cheaper than American festival food.
Yeah.
And better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but while we were at the festival, we walked by the venue where there were different performers. Yeah.
Like preteens.
Eight or
Very-
nine.
Yeah.
Pretty young. And there was a particular kind of dance. You know, there were different moves, but it kind of had that same movement to it.
Hip hop.
If
And
I had
K-pop.
to guess, I bet they were
K-pop.
dancing an actual K-pop routine
Yeah.
that they've seen.
Oh,
That's by that group, whoever they are.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
just
it was
community
fun.
performers, you know, just getting up there. And then there was a really cool performance, the stringed instruments,
Yeah.
the traditional stringed instrument. I really liked that.
Yeah.
It was excellent.
And they had booths all around for activities for the little kids to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was neat.
Yeah, that's good.
Things to make, and
And I was
kids were
really
busy.
pleased that it hadn't been so cold that the cherry blossoms didn't bloom, but
The cherry blossoms
They
were
were out.
in bloom. Oh, my favorite was the strawberry latte, they called it. And it was just
Strawberry milk.
Real
Strawberry
milk
milk.
with whole pieces of little chunks of strawberry in the milk.
All
and it was
blended up.
pink.
All right. So that was yesterday. This
Then
morning.
we came back and just crashed out.
We did. We did. We were wiped. We had plenty of time
To go out
lounge
again.
around, but we
Yeah.
didn't. We were tired.
we were.
We're all
done.
getting older.
I don't know, man. There's something about the evenings here, and I don't know if it's the jet lag or still hanging on or something, but in the evening, I'm just so tired.
Well, I think
Sleepy.
it's the time when your body is like, we should be asleep, right?
Yeah.
And we're waking up early for
We are.
time over here.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
seems to be getting up later, starting their day off later than us.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard to find any place to eat a typical American breakfast. There is none.
Yeah. I think if we were staying in hotels, they would have typical
Yes.
American breakfast.
I'm sure, yeah.
Could be.
But we had breakfast this
This
morning.
morning.
Yes, and typically the restaurants open maybe around 10
Yeah.
or 11,
Yeah.
even 11 o'clock. And so we weren't sure what we'd be able to find, so I got up and went out and kind of scouted this morning. And the only one I found open was this little mom and pop place. And so I took a picture so we could put it on the translator. And about all we got out of it was chicken and
Abalone.
I think it said abalone. And so, and in fact, that's what we ended up eating.
Those are the main two dishes that they serve. The two things on the pictures.
Yeah.
So that's what we had for breakfast. It was a soup. It was a chicken soup, like almost like a chicken noodle soup at flavor wise.
Yeah.
But it had some onion and green onion and stuff in there, rice and
A ginseng root,
Chestnuts.
a
ginseng root,
chestnut,
yeah,
one date.
yeah.
The chicken cavity was stuffed with rice.
Yeah, and that's kind of a traditional thing we've noticed for
Yeah.
with that kind of soup. Is typical, but
And
boy,
it's just,
it was good.
And it's just a little chicken.
A little chicken, yeah. But that's for breakfast. You know, you have your ginseng liquor, your kimchi, your radish, your pickled radish, your what else?
The buckwheat tea or
Whatever we had the
buckwheat.
tea.
And kind of shredded cabbage in a
that was
in a
radish too.
vinegar.
Yeah.
There were 3 types of radish: spicy radish, just sweet vinegar radish,
Yeah.
and then the sort of spiralized radish.
With the sesame oil in it. And it was good.
Oh, and that was my favorite thing on the table.
And very good. I love the radishes. They're not hot radishes like we have at home.
So before we go on, I took a few shots of Busan in the bay. What do you call this?
I think it's just called Busan Harbor.
Oh, Busan Harbor. Okay. But up here you can see quite a bit. It has huge windows, and you can open them all the way.
Yeah, and
Even
at
the
night,
screens and
at
everything.
night it's just beautiful. Of course, right now I think there's still a lot of smoke in the air.
Yeah.
From the fires that
So you can see a kind of a reddish brown haze during the sunrise that kind of tints the sunrise. Yeah. All right.
The only other thing is regular use of the translator app.
Yeah.
Yes.
It has saved us several times. You know what there is to order and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
because there's not that many English speakers
Yeah.
in the back corners.
Yes.
Right. I'll take some video of you going back to your bathroom here. You can show us what it is and how you take a shower.
Yeah. Okay, this is an all-in-one bathroom. Lavatory stool and the shower, which you activate from the lavatory. Works like a charm.
All right.
But then, since we're all barefoot, except for socks, if you want to come back into the shower, you use a towel and dry the floor because you have wet feet.
Yes.
Right. On to Seoul. Back to Seoul.
Back to
So-
Seoul.
And we're gonna go on the bullet train.
Yay.
Woohoo.
Hey, we're rolling.
Yeah.
Back in Seoul.
Yeah, this is our last day.
Yeah,
Last
today
day.
is, but we've just spent 4 nights here in Seoul again,
Mhm.
and probably the best day we had ever was the first full day we were back, right?
Oh,
forgot
with
what-
Alex?
Alex.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
that was great. That was great.
That was a great day.
We went and got some salt bread.
Uh-huh.
It was so good.
Yes.
And then
Got some
With
Isaac toast.
toast.
Isaac toast.
Which
It had
Mom
some
loved.
eggs and ham, and it was like a cheese sandwich, but
With apple jelly on it.
an apple jelly.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird, but
It's
It's
just
very
Savory
good.
and sweet.
funny how we talk about eating all the time.
We
Yeah.
did.
We did a
I know we
lot
ate a
of
lot.
Mhm.
Well, what do you guys remember about talking with Alex?
Oh yeah.
Because to me that was the most important. I mean, I love the food, but
He answered a lot of questions that don't translate well, even with a translation app. That's what I appreciated.
Yeah.
everywhere we went,
Yeah.
and answered the questions that we had about things that we were seeing.
Yeah, like insider information about like how things work in this country.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
But he had grown up in New Jersey
Yeah.
as a Korean American.
And so you could hear him very well.
I could.
Yeah.
I could. No, occasionally when I was behind him,
Yeah.
I couldn't, but that's just my hearing issue. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed it. And going through the river, that was neat.
Oh yeah, the
The-
little walk,
yeah.
the walk we had
The
through
little
the.
brook that was there, and he explained when during rainy season he has seen it clear up to the banks,
Wow.
up to the top of that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And also explained how during the Olympics they kind of instituted a tax. All the businesses were encouraged or required to make some kind of beautification. One of them was a person
The working
hammering a
working-
working person, and one was kind of like a water slide thing.
Well, and the businesses, in order to build a business building, they had to provide 10% of that into beautification, an art piece or
Yeah.
in some way. And I thought that was a really interesting way of beautifying the city.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway. And we've been in another Airbnb.
Well, it's been a happy situation in each of our Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice accommodations.
So, what else did we do with Alex? We went to.
We ate lunch.
Oh yeah, at the.
Chinese, but he said it's not really Chinese.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Korean
Korean
Chinese
Chinese.
food.
That's a noodle. We had noodles.
The famous noodle dish.
Yeah. I forget what it's.
And then we had supper with him as well.
Yeah.
And the other
Cheesy chicken.
Cheesy chicken.
cheesy chicken.
Yeah, it was really good.
Maybe that's what. Oh well, never mind.
Spicy.
But the other thing he did was to take us always on a bus, which meant that we were using our T-card part of our WOWs card and seeing part of the city and not going very far because he didn't spend a lot of time with buses, but with transportation. But it was really pretty cool to be
Yeah, I agree.
get us a little bit more acclimated to the transportation system here.
Something I thought was really interesting was when we would ride the subway or the bus. There in the subway, there might be 50, 75 people on the train, and they're all just so quiet.
Well, at least we can't fall far.
That's right. There's nobody like talking amongst themselves, chit-chatting here and there. They're just all.
I did see some rare groups.
Yeah,
of friends that
occasionally,
were talking.
occasionally there would be somebody who would quietly talk.
Yeah, but it was a
And
big,
if the train was kind of empty, some of the younger people would talk fairly loudly. But it was,
It was very quiet.
yeah, it
When
was
we
even
were
strictly
on-
enforced.
Yeah. On the bus.
Yeah.
that was a bus.
Yeah, Adrian got busted. We were talking, and she said, "Shh, be quiet.
Quiet, you're too loud."
Too loud."
Did she actually say? I just
Yeah.
thought she went.
Yeah,
No, she said you're too loud.
you're too loud.
Yeah, even the buses are quiet. But the subway, everybody was looking at their films. I wanted so
Phone.
badly to get my camera out and take all these
I did.
feet.
Oh, the feet.
and then down the row of everybody had their
Phones out.
phones they were reading, and it was just quiet except for the hum of the subway,
Very consistent.
and very very clean.
Yeah.
Everything
so
is
clean.
clean.
Yeah,
Well,
Riding
and-
the
well, I'm moving on.
And
to
not smelling.
another thing.
and not smelling. Riding the subway at rush hour was awesome.
yes.
Just
I
as
loved
the trains go by and see every single car just
Full of
jam
people.
packed.
Yeah, and yet we could still get on. There was space. You just kind of move,
Squeezed
and I
in.
saw people really have learned how to navigate through big crowds of people. They just there's some contact there, but it's just everybody just kind of they're used to it, and they move aside, and
keep
you just
reading.
wedge your way in, and you go where you need to go.
And always somebody, if there wasn't a seat, they would always get this white-haired lady a seat.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And I felt obligated. Even one time I thought, well, I'll just stand up. Oh, no. She... and all the old ladies dye their hair. Well, the men do too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Very,
saw
very
one
black.
lady that didn't,
Yes.
and it was an exception that
Yeah.
drew our attention. And Alex took us to 2 different markets. One was a fish and beans and cabbage and all kinds of, like a farmer's market, and which was extensive, big, huge. I just am amazed at how much they have in those on the street, kind of through the street markets. And then he took us to a retail outlet, which
Wholesale.
we walked up.
Garments.
Wholesale.
Wholesale
Oh,
garments.
was it wholesale? It was a 3-story building. And we entered it kind of in midpoint. He says, it will go for 1 mile this way, and it'll go for a mile this way, and then there's another building that goes on, as I understood it.
Yeah.
But we were only on 1 floor, and it's just these little stalls, one after another after another.
Packed
after
with
another.
goods, the brand new
Packed
goods
with
that
goods.
retailers will come and purchase and have delivered to their store, and then they can sell.
Yeah, like stacks of hats or
Yeah.
stacks of clothing or stacks of,
Yeah.
I can't even remember what all we saw, just all kinds of goods.
Yeah, and in the old school produce market, that's what you were talking about. The later, it had an old Starbucks that was pretty cool. That was that was converted.
Old theater.
An
A
old
restored
theater
movie theater.
that was made into a Starbucks. It was from the 1960s, and you could still see the video box
The
back there in
projection,
the back, projection office
box.
back there.
And they made different levels as
Yeah,
the
just
theater.
a place for everybody to hang out, and it was a really neat space.
It's really cool.
Big.
They have an
Big
eye
place.
here in Seoul and in Korea altogether about like making spaces to kind of like you were talking about earlier, to make places more beautiful, like through the city, and places for people to have a peaceful, like the palaces are like spread out throughout the city, and there's little parks and stuff that are really pretty, and they just do a good job of making it real pretty. But go back to the market. They had they had fish. They had what do you call it? Butcher after butcher after butcher.
Yeah.
There were probably 50 butchers in that place. There were grains, beans,
Traditional medicine.
bulk, buy it in bulk, bunch of traditional medicine.
Fruits and strawberries, melons.
Yeah, fresh.
Roasted silkworms,
Dried-
which we all
Oh,
tried.
yes, we
Yeah.
all
Except, did you try one?
No, I ate one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I ate it. Crispy little
Or
things.
boiled. It was boiled.
A boiled.
Yeah.
Boiled, yeah.
Yeah, and that was pretty interesting.
Nobody loves me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll go out and eat worms.
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
That was
That was
Tuesday. So Wednesday,
Did we go to Myeongjeong?
We went there the first night.
Okay, the
Just
first
us
night. We went to Myeongjeong. Corinne and Adrian and I.
Yeah.
And that was. It's not like where I would seek out a place to be.
Yeah, but it was amazing. It
It was
All the
staggering.
really
lights.
amazing, and all the
streets
people.
All
and
the lights
people.
and the people.
All the street food.
Yeah.
Although we didn't eat anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
We
walked
just walked
through and just
around.
like.
I mean,
Gosh.
we saw it during the day, but it's so much more impressive at night.
Yeah.
It's like the crowd increases tenfold,
Yeah.
20-fold, and everything is just lit up with neon.
People singing.
Yeah.
did you take pictures of it?
We did. Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and Dick and I kind of crashed that night. Okay, so then Wednesday,
We went to the
Corinne had an unsettled stomach, and so
Barely.
Oh, yeah.
Russ and Dick and I went to the Museum of
National Museum of Korea.
yeah.
Korea.
It's a new, beautiful little modern building.
Oh,
Lots of green space around it, and then really nice displays.
Yeah.
Stuff that I didn't expect them to have, stuff like ancient Rome, and they had prehistory, which I kind of expected for here. Then they also had old Japanese stuff, and they had, they had pottery, examples of, I don't know the name of that pottery. I wish I could.
Oh, it was
Anyway.
beautiful.
And when they would show periods where they ran out of
The iron, wasn't it?
but the iron was to take the place of the cobalt. So they ran out of cobalt to make the blue on the white porcelain. You know, that's typical porcelain. But so they would use iron, and it was red. You know, all the designs were red.
They fixed like a white vase, and then they etched, the artist would etch a design or a picture or something, and then they would paint it with like cobalt or
a thin clay they would paint on it and then scrape it off. When it dried.
And then it was fired after
Inlaid.
that. Yeah.
Inlaid pottery.
Inlaid coloring. It was beautiful. And then we ate there at the museum, and Corinne and Adrian.
We went to Lotte World Tower first.
The 6th largest tower in the world.
Yeah.
But we didn't even, you guys didn't even see all of them. It's a big mall.
It's a massive mall, and it has a theme park, a hotel. There's another mall associated with it across the street, a business park. An open space park where there was a festival going on that we could see from outside of the window.
Then we found a beer.
Beer and chicken. BHC. But it's fried chicken and beer.
Yeah.
And you met somebody.
And we met a guy who, he asked us where we were from, and we said California, and then it came out that I was adopted. And he was just very insistent that I immediately go and try to find out who my parents were. We took a picture together, and he was very fixated on how old I was versus how old he was. He was one of the most animated speakers that I've seen in Korea. Usually people are very quiet and, sort of reserved, and he was just very like, you should go to Holt today. You should go
now.
Right after you eat, go. And so I was telling Adrian, I bet he gave up a child, or he knows somebody very close to him that did.
And you guys look very similar. Thank you. We'll put that picture in the video.
So then we met you all there, and we all 5 went up into the, what do you call it? The
Lotte World Tower.
The observation area.
It was cloudy, but it was nice. The sun was kind of trying to break through the clouds in some areas.
We basically had good weather the whole time we've been here.
Is it freaking you out, Mom?
No.
You doing all right?
I'm doing fine.
That's amazing. I have a huge sense of awareness.
Okay, we're moving.
It almost like it's vibrating.
So how many feet? Oh, I guess it's
right there, 486 meters. Could be the conversion.
That's when we left from the Lotte Tower thing during the rush hour. And came home.
The next day we did our own thing. Kind of, you guys went shopping. I took off on my own.
That's right. You did your walkabout.
I did a walkabout. I just got on the subways and just traveled around, just kind of get the feel of the place. I really enjoyed it.
And then last night.
Last night.
We came home and celebrated. I mean, we rested a little bit after we all met up down in the Myeongdong shopping area. And then we came home because it wasn't very far and rested. And then last night we had Korean barbecue.
Our final meal
dry aged
was
pork.
a
21 day dry aged pork. I think it was one of my favorite meals.
Really?
It was excellent.
Flavor of the pork was phenomenal.
Yeah. It was very good.
And it was jam-packed. We
It
had
was
to wait an
packed.
hour
Yep.
to get in.
Yeah.
And it was only, I counted the little booth areas that had the place that took the smoke out and from the charcoal, and there were 14.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and it was jam packed by locals.
yes. And they were having fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun. I walked
She had a
in.
front row seat.
I got to
That's
sit and
right.
watch it all.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, where were we?
Okay, so we had an interruption and
We're at the airport.
we're at the airport.
We're here.
Yeah, and because our driver said, "Hey, with all the protests in Seoul, let's get
Let's get out of here."
Let's go early. There might be some stoppage on traffic. We were fine, but anyway, we had to leave quick. So
Really quick.
yeah, so a couple of things.
Well, and they did manage to get their president impeached.
they did
Something
on
we
the
tried twice to do and
Yeah.
failed the first time around.
on the way to the airport. We found that out. So where were we? We were on the last day. I think we kind of
We were on the last day.
Yeah.
we were on the last day, and we ate that dinner.
Well, and this dinner, the Korean barbecue typically has a hot plate in the center of the table, and you cook your meat that they bring you on that hot plate. Only in this case, the hot plate was live charcoal,
Yeah.
and they brought the pan, set it down in there, and covered it with the grate, and cooked it right there.
Yep.
It was
And he cooked it. He didn't leave it for us.
little chimneys down to each table so the smoke and fumes could be exhausted.
Yep.
Very well done.
Oh, I was trying to think if there's anything else that we forgot to. The lounges. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but thank you so much, Adrian, Corinne, for
Oh yeah.
it was a feast. It's
Yeah,
so
you had
good.
3 full plates, and then you went back again.
Okay, maybe 4.
We're not talking about that.
No. But it's just like one more piece of the
Journey.
trip, which was like just the food everywhere, just the food, and thank you so much
Yeah, thank you.
for. I don't think I've ever eaten out.
So
Every
much.
day.
So much.
I've never done that.
Every
Yeah.
meal.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dad and I are used to when we go skiing.
Yeah.
We take half of our food. We take it with us. You know,
Yeah.
we don't go out that much.
Eat it up.
Yeah, more than half.
Like Adrian said, that meal we had last night was like 1/4 of the cost of what it would
Yeah, what
be
was it,
in
80?
California.
San
Like $80 or $90, you said?
Yeah.
Like $90 for us to have wonderful meat and
Yeah.
all
5
the
of us.
whole table full of stuff. And
Yeah.
So it was a big part, a pleasant part of the trip.
Yeah.
Well, and I had told Russ in the car, I was really grateful for how well we all travel together.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily happen in a group, and I felt like everybody
Pretty
was-
easy going.
Yeah, very easygoing.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I think it was difficult sometimes because we were all like, well, whatever you want to do, it's okay. I don't have,
Yeah. Somebody make a decision.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated the care that I got. Y'all were just so sweet.
We're not done yet. You gotta get it on the plane still. They'll take care of the rest, though. Load her up.
Yeah. Load her up.
Load her up.
I
Well,
tell you what, your wheelchair was a ticket to getting us in front of
Yes.
several
Yeah.
lines. It moved us right along.
Yeah. But your foot healed up pretty
Yes.
good. I mean, it's going good. I mean, it's
Pretty
getting there.
good, Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been surprised at
Yeah.
how well. But I can't go fast.
Yeah.
And you guys have been willing to stroll along with me when we were walking.
Yeah.
And there was a wheelchair at the museum. That helped.
Yeah.
Except Dick went one way and I went the other. And by the time I got done, I was clear down at the other end of the museum. And I was like, where's Dick? Where's Dick? My shoulders were hurting. But this wheel, yeah, it was one like this.
Yeah.
This is an airport transport.
It was a trip of a lifetime.
Yes.
I don't know if I'll ever do anything like this again. So
Yeah.
Just save your.
I could make it happen.
Yes. Maybe
But-
when you're 83, you can do that too.
Yeah, maybe.
Get your girls to take you
Yeah.
someplace. Because we couldn't have done it. We wouldn't have done it. We would not have seen Korea if you hadn't suggested it and
Yeah.
you guys hadn't come
Well,
along.
and I was so excited you got to come too. That was
Oh.
amazing for me.
I loved
Yeah.
it. I'm so glad I got to
Jumped
Yeah.
do
in.
that with you guys.
Me too.
And I don't care if this video's 2 hours or 3 hours long. You just
Korean passenger
all in
Beijing,
there.
passenger Chen Chiang, passenger Lin Hongyi, passenger Shimozawa Derek Makot, arriving to San Francisco. Please come to gate 231 for your messaging. Thank you.
That's our flight.
That's us.
All
That's our
right.
flight?
That's our
Yeah.
flight.
Ooh,
2:31.
we better get going.
All right. Signing off.
Come on, guys.
Let's
Don't
go.
leave me behind at this point.
Well, you're on your own now. Video off.
Yep. So we're here. What do you think?
That's our flight.
That's us.
All
our
right.
flight?
That's our
Yeah.
flight.
2:31.
Ooh, we better get going.